Hey YouTube, Megan with another YouTube video. So today we're going to be looking at a special MOC. And no, it is not the Scar hammer that you see on the screen now, that's just my background. However, what we will be looking at is a very important MOC. It's actually a little known gun, not many people know about it. And what's really interesting about it is the cartridge that it fires. And when we get there on the weapon itself, I will go ahead and explain that to you guys. So today we are going to be looking at the Colt Advanced Combat Rifle. What's really funny is it's the Colt ACR, not the Bushmaster ACR or the Magpul Masada. It's the Colt Advanced Combat Rifle ACR. So if you look up the Colt ACR, this should come up. You might get a few other images because the ACR is shown or is a shared name with Bushmaster and the Magpul Masada. Hopefully this loads without crashing. Just gonna put that in there. But what's really interesting about this rifle is that it was designed for a competition that America had put out for a new battle rifle. And as you can see, automatically, it's probably one of the most interesting looking guns that you've ever seen. I don't know how many people have ever seen this gun before, not really sure. But if you have seen it and you know about it, good for you. If not, it's perfectly fine. I didn't know about it until a little while ago when I was doing research on the G11. And this is just a very cool weapon, and its primary reason is because of what the caliber it fires. So basically all Colt did was take an M4 platform and convert it to shoot the special bullet. So I did the same thing. Instead, I just grabbed a HK416 and then used the upper and lower receiver as well as the furniture from that build and went ahead and just added on the features of the Colt ACR, and it looks good. So we're going to go ahead and start with the stock and work our way forward. So we have a traditional style crane stock. It's got the nice big butt pad back here. It's got the locking mechanism on it, so it does extend or contract depending on whatever length you want it to be at. It's held up by a rubber band to make sure it doesn't move anywhere in some of the natural holes that Legos make. And then on the side you got the kind of the curve to it. So you got the side curve over here, and then you got the top curve for your cheek, and then the curve over here. Moving into the upper and lower receiver, kind of in the middle area, we have the forward assist right here. You can't actually push in on it, but it's still here for cosmetic reasons. This little piece that everyone sees here but doesn't know what it is actually the brass deflector. When a spent cartridge comes out of your shell ejection port and comes back, it's better for it to hit the shell deflector instead of the operator's face. So that's why the shell ejector, or shell, what did I just call this thing? That's why the brass deflector is right here. Make sure the shell doesn't slam into your face. So that's very nice. Got the ambidextrous fire selector for the semi-automatic and fully automatic settings. Actually, I don't know if it does have fully automatic settings. I think it's just burst fire and semi-auto. I can't remember actually. I don't know. Here, let's look it up real quick. Colt ACR. Does not say. Interesting. I don't really know then. I believe it's semi-auto and full auto and then safety. Of course we got the trigger here with the rubber band selector in it. And then the trigger well. And our pistol grip. Moving in, we got the mag well and our standard 30 round magazine of 5.56 by 45 ammunition. But if you guys did not just see on the Wikipedia page, what's really interesting about this weapon is the cartridge it fires. It is a traditional 5.56 by 45 round, but it's a duplex cartridge. And if anyone doesn't know what a duplex cartridge is, basically what it is they took two bullets and put one in its standard spot, and then put one right behind it, kind of off to the side. So here's a cross section of it. You have the standard bullet here, and then you have the second bullet behind it. So you're shooting two bullets for the price of one cartridge. And that was a really, really cool thing that it made this rifle stand out to me. So I wanted to do this. So since I wanted to do it, I needed a reference photo. And so I brought one up here for you guys just to show you what a duplex cartridge is. The only issue with duplex cartridges is the fact that they're actually very inaccurate, and because that they're inaccurate, you would have to carry standard ammunition for longer range engagements. That was the one drawback of the actual weapon itself. The weapon itself is this one right here, kind of in the middle. Just showing you. So 30 round magazine with the duplex cartridges in it, shooting two bullets with every trigger pull. Got the dust cover. The actual shell ejection port does open when pulled back on the charging handle. So this charging handle does move back, and when the charging handle moves back, it will open up your shell ejection port, kind of like you are chambering around. Got the top iron sights up here. It's got the notch in the back, and then the actual sight in front. It's got the carrying handle always integrated on here, and we got some little circles on the side for just some detail. What's interesting is that this is only 3 studs wide when the upper receiver is only 4. That was just something really interesting about this part. Moving on, a lot of you are probably wondering what exactly this is up here. Do I still have the Google up? What this is up here. So I'm going to explain it. What this is up here is basically the whole rifle program was to develop a really quick firing rifle that could take down new threats really quickly on the battlefield in the new modern day wars. So to do that, they added this giant kind of just open rail up on top, and it was easier for the operator to sight the front sight when this giant rail was up on top of it. So that's what this giant block of metal is, with these 11 holes in it. It is 11, by the way. If you count right here, it is 11. And I kind of wish I could do a bigger circle, but these are how big the circles I could get were without getting too big. And then we just kind of did a wall on the side, and then the front sight itself is just a green translucent dot that just kind of lines up in the middle of these two posts back here. Moving on into the handguard, as you can see, it's got an interesting shape to it. It's much bigger down at the bottom than what it is at the top. So to do that, we had it kind of slopes down. It slopes down some more, but instead of getting it to slope down symmetrically down here, we kept it sloped out twice here and then sloped it back in. So you have a much larger handhold down here, and then your fingers can grasp on up here a lot easier. So that's why the handguard's shaped the way it is. It also it fits the rifle better. If you see kind of right here, and it kind of slopes up like that. So that's the reason we got that there. Moving on once more, we have our barrel. Standard barrel. It's got an interesting type muzzle brake though. It kind of, as you can see, it kind of expands out bigger than the barrel and then comes down again, condenses down. So we expanded out bigger than the barrel and then condensed it down smaller than the barrel, and kind of gave it some ridges to simulate that actual muzzle brake feel to it. So like I said, this is the Colt Advanced Combat Rifle. It fires a very interesting and unusual duplex cartridge. It was never truly adopted for military use, but it did see some limited production. So this was a weapon I just kind of wanted to make because it was interesting, and I like interesting things, and I already had most of it built. So I just kind of needed a side project between two projects, and this was one of them, and I like it. It looks really cool. It's an interesting gun, and I don't think many people actually own them. So yep, up next is probably the Galil as soon as possible. I'll try to get that done. If not, then chances are it's probably because I'm studying or doing something else that's kind of more important. No offense. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you guys want to see more of this mock, go ahead and check out my website at bluejaythemeister.weebly.com. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.